Hello and welcome to Mimi's Corner, where we give you the latest news, gist, and gossips. To all our listeners and subscribers, we say thank you for always tuning in to listen to us. If you are just joining us, we say welcome to Mimi's Corner. Kindly click on the subscribe button to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, do not forget to like and share. Also, click on the notification button to be the first person to get an update when we upload our news. Thank you for tuning in. And now to the news of today. The headline: Shettima implores electricity body to accelerate access to power supply. And now to the main news. The Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, has implored the Rural Electrification Agency, REA, to double efforts to accelerate Nigeria's journey towards universal electricity access and ensure citizens get more access to power supply. The Vice President has also granted REA's request to enter into a partnership with the National Economic Council, NEC, in order to have access to state governors and engage them in the drive towards electrifying communities across the countries. This is just as the agency said it has secured a grant of $750 million from the World Bank and African Development Bank, AFDB, for rural electrification projects across Nigeria. Senator Shettima gave the charge Friday when a delegation from REA, led by its Managing Director, CEO Abba Abubakar Aliyu, made a presentation on the National Electrification and Implementation Plan, NESIP, to the Vice President in his office at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. According to him, "To me, I appreciate you, I adore you, I respect you, but we need to think outside the box. And we need to think big." Shettima, who is chairman of NEC, told the REA delegation, assuring them of maximum support from the council and the state governors. The most startling revelation of this presentation has to do with the correlation between access to electricity and financial inclusion. Hence, I believe our job is cut out for us, and I want to assure you that we are going to partner with your agency so that we can meet the aspiration of the Nigerian people for access to electricity, he added. Urging REA to double efforts in giving more Nigerians access to electricity, the Vice President commended the agency for doing an outstanding job, taking into cognizance its efforts in several other sectors. He, however, scored the agency low in terms of publicity, noting that it has performed poorly in creating awareness and keeping Nigerians abreast with ongoing efforts to address the electricity deficits in the country. He said, "I am afraid you need to overhaul your PR management team. People need to know. Nigerians ought to know. At one point in time, we were getting 5 megawatts from the grid for Borno State. Just one plant is generating 12 megawatts for the University of Maiduguri and the teaching hospital. But you have not been publicizing your activities, so I will ask you to look at your media team and see to it that you get the loudest decibel in the social media space and the traditional media." Granting the agency's request to collaborate with NEC and the state governors for the electrification project, Vice President Kashim Shettima asked the management of REA to engage the special advisor to the president on NEC and climate change, Rukaya El-Rufai, in order to make a formal presentation in one of the NEC meetings. This, he said, is necessary so that the governors too, who are very essential in our drive toward electrifying our communities, can have a buy-in from your submissions. Earlier in his presentation, the Managing Director of the REA, Abba Abubakar Aliyu, listed 4 main sources of funding for the agency, namely the World Bank, the African Development Bank, AFDB, and electricity market, which is the excess revenue of the liquidator, and grants which comes from partnership with international development agencies where funds are normally provided to develop different models and concepts in the country. Aliyu noted that before his appointment as the Managing Director of REA, he was heading the project unit that was implementing a $550 million REA project funded by the World Bank and AFDB. He said the agency succeeded in securing another approval for another grant of $750 million, explaining that the biggest public sector funded project and implementation is about to commence. He highlighted some of the electricity projects to include the 12 megawatt plant in Maiduguri, which he said is about to be completed and commissioned in the next 2 months, adding that the electricity project is serving the University of Maiduguri and the teaching hospital, and plans are ongoing to extend it to the water treatment plants in the state. The MD further noted that the new management of the agency is focusing on 6 key strategic areas, including the National Electrification and Strategic Implementation Plan, NESIP, which outlines a framework that aligns with the federal government's vision of a sustainable and inclusive energy, as well as streamlining the coordination between the subnational towards the implementation of electrification across the country. Well, with all this money that has been granted to build plants, I hope they'll be able to really generate a lot of electricity for the country at large, because this money that they are calling $750 million and all of that, I hope they would really put the money to good use. My listeners, what do you think? Kindly leave your thoughts in the comment section. Do not forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.